Hello. Good morning, Lynn and Dave. Nancy, Lauren, good morning. How is everyone doing today? Oops, a daisy. Make sure everything is happening here. All right. Got to get my lights on. So hi, I'm Stevie. Anything anybody would like to ask, share? I had some thoughts for today's practice. So if you have anything going on, maybe it'll relate to what it was I was thinking of doing for today, or maybe not, and maybe that'll be an addition. So that helps to inform me of what to focus on. Oh my gosh, I always feel like this is lopsided, and it is. All right, so if there isn't anything, yeah, I guess it is fall, Nancy. I just don't even think about that. I guess when you live in Los Angeles, it's hard to really think about different seasons because there aren't any. And so, but yes, it is. It is fall. All right, well, I'm going to go back there. So I won't be able to see what you're all saying, but I know that you're here and you're ready because you're the regulars. So you're here for an intention. So I'd like to start out by saying that it's become more apparent to me recently how important it is to take care of our body. And I know that that's always an important thing to me, but I really, for some reason, whether it's because I'm getting older or what, I know that maintaining lean muscle tissue gets more challenging as we age. And then depending on what health issues you have, especially any gut issues, is going to have an effect on, do you have the building blocks of muscle tissue and bone tissue? And then we've got the weight of the world and the weight of our lives when it comes to mental, emotional, and the toll that that takes on us throughout life. So all of these are factors that it's almost like we're going against the grain. And then we need to show up. We need to bring in the self-care. We need to bring in the movement. And so important because although this is not you, what you live in is not really you. It's what you show up in. So it has to be functional and healthy and pain-free. And especially for those of you that have had pain or issues, you know that you could be down when something happens. And so it's something, maybe it's because a lot of the women I've been working with lately have been having some issues, a lot of plantar fasciitis, foot issues. And I know full well that when you have a weight-bearing issue and you cannot be mobile to move, it affects the mental emotional layer. So congratulate yourself for being here, because here you are to do something in your body to release a stressor somewhere, tension, stress, whatever that is. And so we're here to take care of ourselves. Self-care, self-love, that's what we're here to do. Today's practice is going to focus on the spine and the upper body, releasing the tension of stress, whether that's from the activities we do during the day or a particularly stressful event that may have occurred for us. So it is about releasing stress, the stress in the joints of the spine, the joints of the shoulder. And so that's going to be the musculature of the spine, of the chest, of the shoulders, of the upper back. We will go slow and try to get in there and try to loosen up, dislodge, and then allow the free flow of whatever it was that got unstuck. And that is possible. So as you know, there's a time when things become sticky, and then there's a time when things become stuck. And so if we can get them at the sticky place before they become stuck, if we could get the tissues when they're still soft and mobile before they become dense and hard, you have a better likelihood of getting them back into your system to be metabolized and to be eliminated. And so the movement is for that. And then there's also the strengthening piece to develop that lean skeletal muscle, which is important to hold you up and to make your bones stronger. So for today's practice, this is a 4-inch block, this is a 3-inch block. I would say God, it almost looks like a 2 inch, it's a 3. I would say that most people, when they came to class, would come with a 3-inch block as opposed to a 4-inch. So if you have a block, get a block. Today, when we roll out our neck, it would probably be better for many to have a 3-inch. And if you have a 4-inch, that's okay. But I'm just giving you some options here. For those of you that do have an egg block, this is a great block to roll out the neck to really get a deep stretch in the upper back and neck area. So if you do have a egg block, go ahead and get that. And then otherwise, either one of these blocks. And if you don't have this, we're going to elevate our head to roll it side to side. So we're going to lengthen the upper back muscles, and then we're going to stretch. So if you have a blanket or something you could roll up that would elevate your head, that would work as well. So go ahead and get whatever it is you can. You're going to need a strap at some point for today's practice, so put that to the side. And then always a blanket or two is a great prop to bring to your practice. So whatever it is you can do, go ahead and do that, and then place your blanket up at the top of your mat. Actually, so you're going to get your blanket for the practice, but I'd like today to begin our practice with blocks, or you could roll up a blanket if that's you. I want to do some kind of supported spinal extension or back bend. If you have an egg block, you could use the egg behind your heart and the block at the top of your head. If you don't have an egg, you could use the block by the shoulder blades and the blanket for your head, or you could use 2 blocks. One could be at the shoulder blades, either horizontal or vertical, or on its edge, a little more intense like this. So only for those of you that are pretty strong practitioners. I wouldn't recommend this if you're not. And the block would be at the top. So the block here is to create this back bend shape in the body. So whatever you're going to use, I'll use the egg because I have it, because it's actually perfect for getting that spinal extension. And spinal extension is important for posture and alignment. It's important for safe spine as we age so that we don't contribute to spinal wedge fractures. So whatever you're going to do, go ahead and set yourself up and then bring yourself to the side. To come down onto the block, if you're going to do a block, make sure that you don't collapse the front of your spine. So keeping your body lifted, knees bent will make it a little easier. And then you bring yourself down so that the tallest part of the block is behind the heart. This is the least flexible part of the spine. Thoracic 5, 6, and 7, where the heart is, it's got the least range of motion in those joints. And that's what we want to try to stretch with the prop. So whatever it is you're doing, and then play with the elevation of the block behind your head. Keep your knees bent so that your low back doesn't get too involved in this. And then move into a place where you feel that it's appropriate, and do some movement to ease your body into this. So the palms could be up towards the sky. Start to move your arms. So you exhale, bringing your elbows down towards your waist. You inhale to bring your arms overhead. Closing your mouth, breathing in and out through your nose. Doing a little dynamic movement to soften the tissues of the upper body. And depending on what prop you have, may be pretty intense. Close your eyes, feel your way in to open. Feel the opening, stretching. Let your arms be wider to the side, more weight of the arm, a little deeper opener, if that's available to you. And then let your arms go overhead if you can, as if you were reaching for something that's above you, stretching the sides of your body, the belly.
And let's come into hands down alongside your body. Let one arm go up, inhale. Let that come down. Let the other arm go up, inhale. Exhale back. Both hands, inhale up and over. And then down. Healthy shoulders. One more. And then bring your palms straight up towards the sky, like you're trying to push something away from you. And start doing circular patterns. Imagine there's a big sheet of glass in front of you. You've got Windex on a paper towel, and you're doing circular movements to try to clean the window that's in front of you. Start to get a little bigger with your circles. Come back to center, go the opposite direction. Palms are up towards the sky. Get a little bigger. Bring your hands onto your belly. Let's set the body up to open nice and deep. Knees are in towards each other. Feet are a little wider than your body. Let your knees fall in towards each other. Take a couple of breaths down to your belly. Ground your mental energy into your body. Your body needs to be in the relaxation zone in order to deeply stretch. The parasympathetic nerves innervate the spine. So hands are on the belly, deep breaths. And when you're ready, bring your arms out to the side to a place where you feel a pretty substantial stretch in your chest and in your shoulders, letting the weight of the arms go. If you'd like to explore straightening your legs, close your eyes, see if that's appropriate for your body, and make sure your low back is okay with that. And or If you'd like to try to lower your head, you could bring the blanket or block a little lower at your head to deepen the upper extension in the spine, the upper back bend. Closing your eyes, see the shape that your spine is taking, the supported back bend. And feel all the parts of you that are stretching, mainly the front body, and then the stabilizing aspects of the lower body. Breathe in and out through your nose. Deep breaths. Try to let the breath go up and down the spine. As you breathe in, go all the way down to the tailbone. And as you breathe out, come all the way up your tailbone, observing your spine. Press your sacrum into the ground, press your low back towards the ground. Finishing the breath you're on, take 3 more breaths after this breath. Finishing the last breath. Let your body be heavy. When it's time to move, move slowly, especially if you're in a very deep supported back bend and with hard objects like blocks. Take your fingers, roll your fingers, wiggle your fingers, bend them, bend the toes. Move your arms either in big circles with the palms up towards the sky or up and down like a jumping jack. Slowly bend your knees. Let your body receive that. And we're going to slowly move off the block or the blanket onto the side. Feel that nice release when you come off. Come all the way onto your side, noticing what you notice. Let your spine settle. Bring your hand on the floor in front of you. You're going to push yourself up to a seated position.
So doing a supported back bend, whatever that looks like for you, whether you have props like this is an amazing prop for this, a 3-minute egg block. And it is very, very deep, really getting the front of your spine open, especially with osteoporosis, because half of all the fractures are here. And even if it's not something you're thinking about now, the statistics are 1 in 2 women will have a fracture from osteoporosis in her lifetime, and 50% of them are here. So the greatest chance of a bone fracturing is in our spine. And so when we do a supported back bend, we're stretching the musculature that is tight from our daily activities of forward bending in all the things we do. So whether or not you have osteoporosis, whether or not it's something you're thinking of, it is something to raise our awareness to, because closer to that age 80 is when a lot of this stuff can start happening. So wherever you are in your journey of life, time-wise, the timeline, you want to make sure that you are protecting yourself and being proactive. So this block, any block, really great for your body. You can also use softer. If that was too hard, then do something softer. A blanket's a lot softer to support your back bend. So let's clear our space. I'd like you to take your blanket and roll up your blanket. So roll it up. We're going to use this as a wedge for us when we go on our side to do some of our upper body work. So roll that like that. If you could sit in a hero's pose like this with your knees bent, do that. You could actually even pop that roll blanket behind in between the tushy and the knees, or sit in a crisscross leg position, warming up our shoulder joint. Bring your hands onto your shoulders. Bring your shoulders forward, up. Open up your throat. Open up your body. Pull the lower ribs away from the pelvis. Let the chin go down towards your chest as your elbows come down. Don't round your spine. Flex up your neck. Inhale to come up. Feel that stretch in the triceps behind the arms. Feel the body stretch the front of the body. Feel the back of the neck stretch when the chin comes down towards the chest. Inhale, arms go up. Try to be as big as you can be here with this circle. Pull the lower ribs away from the pelvis. Feel that in your body, and then you also get some upper back strengthening with the weight of the head going back. Inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Feel those tissues stretch. Feel your body gloves stretch, especially the belly area. This gets really tight, especially for those of us that sit a lot during the day. Inhale up. And then bring yourself back to center. Bring your hands down. Let's stretch the side of our body for back bending. You're going to inhale up, exhale over. Inhale. Let's inhale up and exhale out. Inhale up, exhale out. Try to keep your arm alongside your body so you don't even see it if you're looking forward. It's so far back and to the side, you don't see it in your peripheral view. Come onto your fingertips when you come to the side. This is a way to stretch the lateral muscles, the side body, and it helps to warm up the spine, secrete some fluids, and then bring yourself back to center. Let your head look to the side and then back. Inhale the other side and back. Inhale. Try to go a little farther each time. Let your arm be a part of this. So bring your hand up. Look at the back of the hand. Let it be high. Keep looking at the hand the whole time you go back, and bring your hand down. Inhale up. Exhale back to center. Inhale, let your hand go up. Look at the back of the hand the whole time. Notice the range of motion you have for rotation. Do you have the same amount of rotation on both sides? Do you feel this in your belly? Rotational muscles, core muscles, or rotational muscles? Keep yourself safe by bringing your hand pretty high. Last one, bring yourself back to center. Bring your awareness to your head, 7 vertebrae in the cervical spine. We're going to move the cervical spine. So first, let rotation happen with the rest of your body staying still. Chin is parallel towards the ground. Close your eyes. Notice if you hear any crunchy sounds. Breaking up of some of the tissue that hasn't hardened yet is maybe sticky. And getting some secretion in the cervical spine. Synovial fluids looping up your spine. Bring yourself back to center. Teeth are together. Inhale. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, chin straight up towards the sky. Feel the stretch underneath your jaw. Exhale. Inhale. Let your elbows be underneath your shoulders. Notice what you notice inside your body. Bring yourself back to a neutral position. Gaze is forward, eyes could be closed or open, chin parallel towards the ground. Inhale and push your ear straight up towards the sky. Lengthen that side neck. Exhale back to center. Push the opposite ear, the tip of the ear, straight up towards the sky. Back to center. And then bring yourself back to center. Nice and lubricated in the joints. When we move the joints, we secrete synovial fluids, helping to lubricate everything. We bring blood flow and hydration to our tissues. So then when we stretch, we'll be safe. You want to be safe when you stretch your body. So get your blanket, rolling up your blanket. You're going to bring your blanket onto the ground. So we're going to do some shoulder warm up, some spinal warm up movement here on the ground. So make sure your blanket is rolled pretty tight because it's going to go behind your back like a wedge so that you don't roll over onto your back, and so that you can really get nice and stay in the thoracic spine. So the thoracic spine is the part of the spine that's attached to the rib cage. It starts right here at the lower ribs. Well, actually the 12 floating ribs a little below, but right here in the center of your body is the thoracic spine, and it's the least flexible part of the spine because the ribs are attached. Yet for the spinal wedge fractures, out of the 7 bones that fracture the most, 5 of them are the lower thoracic. So we want to try to get some kind of stretch here and movement. We're going to use the blanket behind our back to kind of wedge ourselves so that when we do the rotation of the trunk, we're trying to rotate this part of the body. Now, where the low back and the middle back meet, the thoracolumbar joint, is where 80% of your rotation takes place. So when your rib cage is moving independently of your pelvis, it happens here. So we want this blanket here. We want to try to bring that movement into the upper spine. And so having that blanket there will help to get us to be locked in place. So you're going to have the blanket there, and it's going to be at the back of you. So you want to come down so that you're not on the blanket. You're right next to the blanket. And then cradle your head with your arm. So whatever side you're on, cradle your head with your arm and feel that the blanket's right behind you. We're going to do these movements. We're going to do 3 to move, 3 movements, 3 breaths. And then on the last one, you're going to hold for a whole breath. So the practice will be 3 breaths and then hold for 1 whole breath on the last breath. So we're first going to do the clock. So as you bring your hand down alongside your body, palm is down, exhale. Begin your inhale by rolling the palm up towards the sky.
letting the hand go towards the back. Feel the back of your back going into the blanket. When your arm gets right above you, that's your exhale. Turn the palm down. Spread your fingers, reach your hand long and away from you. Feel the stretch in your back. That's your exhale. Inhale, second breath. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's inhale here and hold for a whole breath. Exhale. Inhale. And then bring yourself back to neutral. We're going to go the opposite direction. Exhale, hand is down. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your hand forward. Begin your inhale, rolling your palm up towards the sky. Feel the back against the blanket. Exhale, hand is down. Forward. This is the third breath. Inhale. And we're going to hold on the inhale. Feel that stretch in your armpit, your shoulder, your chest. Push your heart up towards the sky. And then inhale to bring yourself back to center. Cradle your head in your arm and then take the top arm and clasp your hands. Elbows are forward. Bring your knees up so your knees are forward. So you want the pelvis to be locked in place. We want to try to get most of this rotation to take place in the thoracic spine. So squeeze your knees together. If you'd like, you may put a block between your knees. Bring your elbows towards each other. Exhale. Inhale, bring your elbow forward, straight up towards the sky. Slide the shoulder blade onto the back. Feel the blanket behind your back and open up as far as your body will let you. Push your heart forward. Exhale slowly to close. Inhale, elbow up. Actively slide the shoulder blade towards your spine. Push your heart forward. Stretch your thoracic spine. Exhale back. Inhale. Exhale back. And this breath we're going to hold. Inhale. Hold here. Press your heart forward. Inhale. And then exhale. Close your eyes. Stay here. Feel that shoulder. Feel the chest. Feel your body. We're going to go to the other side. So you could roll up and over your blanket to go to the other side. Or if you needed to do something else, go ahead and do that. So the blanket is behind your body. You cradle your head in your hand. Knees are bent. Let's begin with the hand down alongside the body. Exhale. Roll the palm up as you inhale to reach the arm behind you. Feel the stretch in your hand. Stretch your hand. When you get above you, the exhale begins. Bring your hand forward, reach long, and down. Inhale. And exhale. Next one, you're going to inhale and hold. Stay here. And then release. Use gravity and weight to help stretch your muscles. Hand is reaching down the other direction. Exhale. Inhale. And on your next exhale, start to reach forward. Palm is down. Reach your hand away from you. Really stretch that shoulder blade area. And then inhale, roll your palm up. Let your chest open wherever it will. Let the blanket be there. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale, roll your palm, stretch your finger, feel the stretch. And now we're going to come into the inhale and hold here. Press your heart forward. And then bring yourself out. Bring your knees up higher. Cradle your head with your hand. Clasp your hands behind your head. Elbows are forward. Blanket is behind you. Exhale. Inhale, elbow up towards the sky. Actively slide the shoulder blade towards your spine. Blanket is behind you. Push the heart forward and open. See if you could feel a stretch in your chest, maybe even your armpit. Exhale to close. Inhale. And exhale. Try not to make it be about your neck. Let it be your spine. The trunk is rotating, the rib cage. Last one, we're going to open and hold. Make sure you actively slide that shoulder blade towards the spine. Press the heart forward. Come into this open. And then rest on your side. Take your hand, put your hand into the ground and bring yourself up. We're going to do a little to stretch the neck. So you could use this rolled up blanket, or you could use an egg block, or you could use a block. It really depends on a lot of things about your spine and the state of your spine. So go ahead and either get a blanket, a block, or an egg. I'll try the block. So you're going to bring yourself down, bend your knees, and put your head on the block or the blanket. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other so that your shoulder blades are behind your spine. Arms could be down by the side, hands could be in the belly. Close your eyes, let your feet be wider than your body, knees falling towards each other. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your head roll in one direction. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the side. See if you could feel those muscles in the upper back and neck area stretch. Make sure it's appropriate. And notice if you stretch all the way down towards your shoulder blades. And then one more each direction. And then bring yourself back to center. Keep your head here. Feel the stretch, lengthening the back of the neck. So this adds a flexion, a forward bending action to the spine. Tuck your chin down towards your chest. Push your chin towards your chest. And then go ahead and release. Let's take the block off to the side and switch it out for the blanket. So get your blanket, put your blanket behind your head. So we want to focus on releasing the upper body and strengthening the back, but we cannot forget about the low body attaching here. And so we want all the tissues of the body to be nice and limber. Let's bring one knee in and straighten one leg if you can, stretching the hip flexors. So still stretching part of the middle body and the spine, because one of these muscles actually attaches to the low back. Bring that knee in. You either hold on behind your hamstring, top of the shin, move the leg out to the side and back. Do whatever movements feel good for you here. So if you want to hold it in and stay there, you can. You can move it out to the side. You could draw it in deep, or you could do circles and explore different movements, keeping your body stabilized. Try the knee in one more time. We're going to switch. That leg goes straight, the other leg comes in. Close your eyes, noticing what you're noticing. Leg goes out to the side, or circles, or draw it in, whatever feels appropriate. Close your eyes so you can feel what your body needs. And then draw both knees in. Your feet onto the ground. Take your strap. Draw one leg in, put the strap on the leg. Up to you, straight leg, bent leg, whatever. Do something where you feel a stretch, drawing your leg back. With the knees bent, you're going to be more in the center, the belly of the muscle. If you straighten your leg, you're going to be in the tendons, so right behind the knee, right at the pelvic area. So do what feels appropriate for you. If you firm up the front of the leg, that helps to relax the back of the leg and go a little deeper. Noticing what you notice in your body. Close your eyes so you can feel what's happening. Let's switch. Draw the other foot up into the air. Stretching that leg, noticing is it as tight or a little less tight. And bring yourself to a static place. Take the strap off to the side. Draw the knees into the chest. You could hold on behind your legs or not. A little more intense if you don't. Let's bend and unbend the knees. Try to reach with the heel up towards the sky. That'll start to stretch the back of the leg, the calf area, leading up to the hamstrings, leading up to the low back, leading up to the upper back. Bring your feet up towards the sky. Inhale to point, exhale, flex. Point the toes strongly, and then the heel straight up towards the sky. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. Knees are a little wider than your body. You're going to go in slow circles. Lubricate your ankle. One direction. And then in the other. And then bend your knees. Feet onto the ground, hands onto the belly. Check in with your body. So let's go ahead and get the strap and loop the strap if you have the ability to loop it. If you don't loop it, you can hold on to it like this. But if you have the ability to loop on it, then you're going to put your hands in. The hands are going to go like this. So we're going to do this underneath the body. We're going to do the bridge pose. So strengthening the back in this direction, pushing away from the ground. And when you have your arms in the strap, try it right now if you're able to loop it or hold it. When you push out pretty strongly, you feel the activation of the shoulder girdle. So we activate some of the muscles in the upper back, really strengthening the shoulder girdle and the stability in your upper body. So we're going to do our bridge posture today with this. Keep the loop next to you, and then take the blanket away from the back of your head. Slide side to side so you're more narrow across the top. Take your hand in the strap or have the strap next to you. Walk your feet closer to your body. Lift your head, lengthen your back neck. Let's tilt the pelvis back so the tushy touches, or so the low back touches the ground and the tushy's touching as well. Squeeze the tushy, push your feet into the ground, and start to peel your spine up and away. And then put your hand inside the loop. Start to push out in your hands and slide yourself closer together so you get more narrow. Push your feet into the floor. Inhale. Lift yourself up into the deepest back bend that you can in your back. Pushing out of the strap, pushing down with your hands. Lengthen your knees away from you. Bend your spine, especially the thoracic spine near the heart. Take 3 deep breaths. When you finish that last breath, bring yourself down slowly. Blanket back underneath your head. Knees into your chest. And rock side to side. And roll onto your side. Take your hand on the ground. You're going to push yourself to come up. So let's clear our space. Get your blanket and bring your blanket onto your mat. Bring yourself onto your mat. Try to put your arms so that you're stacked with your joints. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders if you can. And if you can't, go ahead and modify any way you need. Let's see if we could do a little shoulder flossing. So spread your hands, push your fingers into the ground. Let your entire rib cage lower down. Let the shoulder blades slide towards each other. And then push away from the ground. Moving deeply into the shoulder jocket, or shoulder jock, oh my gosh. Moving into the shoulder socket deeper. Keep your head active here. You slide the shoulder blades towards each other, and then you push away from the ground, the shoulder blades move away from each other. Shoulder flossing. Flossing the shoulder joint. And then bring yourself out for a second. Take your wrist, shake your wrist. So we're going to come down onto the ground. So bring yourself forward, forward, forward. Bring yourself onto one forearm, onto the other. Stay here. Push your hands into the floor, push your elbows into the floor, and then draw the knees and the elbows towards each other. 3 deep breaths. And at the end of the breath, you're going to bring yourself down. Let your pelvis go back. So your pelvis is on top of your blanket. And then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Sphinx pose to set yourself up for lengthen your spine. Let all 10 toenails touch. So push the pinky toes into the floor. Push down with your hands. Push your heart forward. And then push away from the floor. Feel that stretch in the belly. Breathe down to your belly. And then lengthen yourself down. Folding the hands one on top of each other. Let the forehead touch the back of the hands. Let the legs be long, the big toes touch. Back of the neck is nice and long. So we're going to move through a back strengthening sequence here. We'll do 3 dynamic movements, and then we'll hold for 1 whole breath after the 3. We'll do this in a couple of positions. Bringing your awareness to your back, to the erector muscle group that attaches in the pelvic area and then all the way up the spine to the head. Lengthen the back of the neck. Forehead is on the hands. Exhale. Push away from the ground with your arms and lift your rib cage straight up towards the sky. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And this next one, you're going to stay up and hold. You lower on the exhale. Let your forehead rest on the ground. Let your arms come straight off of your body. So the elbows are near the shoulders. Palms are open in the ground, pressing the forearms towards the ground. Legs are long. Try to let all the toes touch the ground. Exhale. Inhale, push into the ground. Lift your rib cage away from the ground. You can let your head go a little bit more too, but make this mostly be the back and the torso that's moving, not just the head. Exhale to lower. Inhale to raise. Exhale to lower. On your next one, you're going to come up and hold for a whole breath. Feel your back muscles contract to hold you up. Bring your hands down alongside your body. Fingers are pointing down towards your feet. Arms are alongside your body by your waist. Forehead is on the ground. Let your entire palm touch. Bring your elbows towards your body. Push the toes into the ground. Kneecaps will be active, lifting away. Exhale. Inhale, lift yourself forward and up. Exhale down. Close your eyes. Feel this in your back. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Slide the shoulder blades towards each other. One more and hold. And then lower yourself down. Forehead rests on the ground. Bring your arms right by the armpits. Most of the hand is off the mat. The thumb and the pointer finger are on the mat. Elbows are drawing towards your body, shoulder blades towards each other. Exhale. Inhale, push yourself forward. Let your head come up a little bit more here. Add a back bend to the upper spine and exhale to lower. This is cobra. Inhale to lift. Push your hands down. Feel like you're sliding them towards your feet to get a little bit more of a back bend in the upper spine. Feel the work of your muscles. On this next one, you're going to stay up and hold for a whole breath. Bring yourself down. Let your forehead rest. Bring your hands down alongside your body. Exhale. Inhale, lift your hands and your legs and everything off the ground except the pelvis. Exhale to lower. Long and lifting. Feel the strength in your body. Lift and hold. Bring yourself all the way down. Fold your hands one on top of the other. Wiggle your body back and forth like it's a jello mold and the fruit is still shaking. Let your skeleton still shake and move after you stop moving your body. So really settle the bones here. And then close your eyes. Bring your awareness to your belly. Breathe down to your belly and feel that relaxing and releasing low back tension. Let your legs go straight off your body. Let your forehead rest on your left hand and take your right hand straight out away from you. 3 breaths to lift, and on the last one, you hold for a whole breath. Exhale. Inhale, lift your arms straight up towards the sky. Try to keep the elbows straight. Exhale to lower. It won't lift very high. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. And on the last one, you're going to hold. for a whole breath. Bring your awareness to your left leg. Sole of the foot is up towards the sky. Legs are long. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg straight up towards the sky. Exhale to lower. Go slow. Inhale and exhale. On this next one, you're going to hold your leg up. And on your exhale, lower. The next time, we're going to move the right arm and the left leg together. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right arm and your left leg. Exhale to lower. Long limbs. Inhale. Exhale. Last one, you're going to lift and hold for a whole breath. Bring yourself down. Fold your hands. Let your head rest on your hands. Take your left hand long, rest your forehead on the back of the right arm or right hand. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left arm. Exhale to lower. Go slow. Feel what's happening in your back. Inhale to lift. And exhale, lower. On the next one, you're going to stay, hold for a whole breath. And then lower. Bring your awareness down to your right leg. Exhale. Inhale, lift the right leg. Sole of the foot up towards the sky. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, lift and hold for a whole breath. And then lower. Right leg and left arm. Exhale. Inhale, lift left arm, right leg. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Now you're going to hold for a whole breath. And then lower. Fold your hands, rest your head. Take your legs wide. Bend your knees and let your feet go side to side. Windshield wiper. Bring yourself back to center. Roll onto your side. Bring your arm up, roll onto your side. Notice how you feel. Being forward like that, even though we're doing a lot of work, breathing down to the belly, it's very grounding for the mental energy. So notice if you feel a little relaxed, even though you were doing some pretty deep work with some large muscles. Take your hand on the floor, pushing yourself up. Bring your blanket back up to the top of your mat. And you're going to bring yourself down onto the ground. Draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a low back massage. And put your feet on the ground. Slide your shoulder blades towards each other. Push your feet into the ground. Lift your pelvis up. Put your pelvis off to the right. Draw the left knee in, the right knee in. Arms go to the side and rotate your body, twisting to the left. Try to keep the right shoulder blade on the ground if you can. Reach that right arm long. You could hold on to the top of your right leg if that's appropriate. If you need to put a block between your knees or your ankles, try that. Lengthen your right waist and breathe to your right side. Let your head go to the right. Take one more breath. Going slowly, you're going to bring one knee up and then the other. Putting your feet back down on the ground, bring your pelvis back to neutral. Then we're prepared to twist to the right. Push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis up, move your pelvis off to the left. Draw the right knee in, the left knee in. Arms go to the side and allow your body to rotate over to the right. Putting a block in between your knees or your ankles or calves if you need that. Holding on to that left leg if that's appropriate. And try to get the left shoulder blade to touch the floor. Head goes to the left. Reach that left arm long. Breathe to your left side. Finishing up your last breath. Bring your knees in one at a time to center. Push your feet into the floor, lift your pelvis up back to neutral, and then draw your knees into your chest. So let's let all the opening, all the moving, all the unsticking that we just did in today's practice flow through your system, settle where it needs to settle, and allow new memories of spaciousness, of increased range of motion, and of structural strengthening set into your body. So come into the Shavasana of choice for you. Bring yourself into Shavasana, whatever you would like. Stay connected to your breath.
고빈데 무간데 우나래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 아까매 고빈데 무간데 우나래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 아까매 고빈데 무간데 내 맘에 가네 고빈데 무간데 우다래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 가네 고빈데 무간데 우다래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 가네 고빈데 무간데 우다래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 가네 고빈데 무간데 우다래 아빠래 가리영 가리영 내 맘에 가네
Gently begin to deepen your breath. Start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rolling your ankles, your wrists, and your knees. Draw your knees in one at a time, rocking side to side. Bring yourself onto your side. And from here, using your upper body, not your head, push away from the ground to come up to seated.
Closing your eyes, bring your hands together, push your heart to your hands to your heart, elbows down alongside your body. Bring your awareness to your spine, to the back of the body. Push your hand to your heart to your hands. Feel the strength of your hanger, of the structural aspects of you that helps to hold you up all day, every day against gravity. Let's hum, gently settle everything that needs to be settled. Keep the mouth closed. Take a big exhale. Inhale.
Bowing in gratitude
This practice is a great way to keep your body strong, to keep the parts of you that hold you up against life. And when we're happy here, when we're strong in our body, we can be happy and strong in our minds. All right, how was that? I feel super relaxed. So that was my intention for today's practice. I hope that was good for you, Dave. I wasn't focusing on feet today, but I hope that that was good. I wish that Joanne was here. She's not, because for some reason I feel like that would have been good for her, and I'm not sure why I'm feeling that, but I am. So I'd love to hear feedback. Nancy, that would be good for you because it didn't involve too much of stuff that you need to be careful with, yet all the stuff that supports the stuff we need to be careful with. So hopefully you're still there. Okay, good. All right, so that was the reason why we feel so relaxed is not only because we were using the thoracic spine, which is innervated with parasympathetic nerve receptors, it's also because we matched movement with breath and we were very somatically grounded. So you were here and not there. And that's when we can really get that nice relaxation. Good. I'm glad Dave loved that. So Dave, that's going to help for those times too, when you have the certain seasons, because I think your business, like you're busy at certain times. And so then you're probably, down, looking down. So that's a lot of upper body support. Okay, good. Great, Stevie. All right. Well, thank you all for being here. Yeah, here we are. And we'll be here. I'll be here, you'll be here. And I hope you have a great rest of your day.